Hey guys, welcome back to another Empire video. In this Empire video, we're looking at what if South Sudan formed an empire. Now, South Sudan has some problems internally, but we're just gonna magically fix it. And we give them a tough military. And our first course of action is to invade their rival. Who is their rival? It is Sudan. They recently gained their independence in not too long ago, actually. Only in 2011, which was about, it was only 14 years ago. So, yeah. So they're gonna easily go after them. So we see South Sudanese forces enter into Sudan over here. They also do take this disputed land, which is I'm pretty sure it is disputed, right? Hold on, let me check. Yep, it is disputed. South Sudan claims it. Sudan claims all of it. I'm pretty sure South Sudan claims it. So they'll be asserting their claim, but also while invading into it. South Sudan, anyway. Pretty sure they also have a border dispute with Uganda. I mean, Kenya, actually. Oh, there's another one right here. So I'm also gonna sort this out with Kenya. But first, they're just gonna keep invading into Sudanese lands. We even see Darfur declare independence from South Sudan. Sudan. We also see Egypt invading in from the north of Sudan. The Egyptians are trying to control more of the Nile River. So yeah, that's what they'll be doing. And they're gonna help South Sudan with their troubles. And they take all this Red Sea coast. And they will just take the rest and sort out a peace treaty with the Sudanese. Let's look at this peace treaty. So in the peace treaty, we actually see South Sudan doesn't get all of the land they wanted, but they will get Western Kordofan, Southern Kordofan, Upper Nile, and Blue Nile. And Darfur gets their independence. Who becomes their ally? We also see Egypt joining in on this alliance. Because they're helping out. Because they want to help out. Is this the same color? Not really. And the rest of Sudan goes over to Egypt. I might change the color of the fur. Yeah, that looks a little better. I can kind of like draw it. That's the fun. Also, this border dispute that was right here is now solved. Alright, and Egypt will be taking. Oh wait, Upper Nile is a part of South Sudan. So they'll just be taking this province right here. And these areas over here. And the rest of this goes over to Egypt. So Sudan no longer exists. There's only one true Sudan, and that's the South Sudanese. Egypt takes this area and also solves this disputed land area. And South Sudan will take this area. Now we see the South Sudanese go over here and then declare war on Ethiopia. Now Ethiopia is pretty hard to invade. Just ask the Italians. The South Sudanese know this, so they're just gonna quickly invade them. And they blitz over and take Addis Ababa. I'm pretty sure I already took Addis Ababa. Addis Ababa. Ababa. And they quickly capture all of Ethiopia. And let's look at the peace that the South Sudanese will draw up with the Ethiopians. So in the peace treaty, we actually see South Sudan taking a large portion of their country. Including their capital. But they still are alive here. I'm gonna like get rid of these areas here. They're only left with Somali. Which they'll have to reunite with Somalia. So yeah, that's what we see happening. They unite with Somalia to form the Horn of African Nation, and now we have to do a bit of this. There we go. Alright. And they still have to sort this area out. So they'll be going after Kenya after they invade these two. And also might invade Somalia and free Somaliland. Oh, what the? So yeah. So first off, they want access to the ocean, so they might go after Eritrea and Djibouti, and that they do. With Egypt's help, they take all of the country area. And you go ahead and look at this quick peace treaty. In the peace treaty, they do get access to the Red Sea. They take all of Djibouti and 2 provinces away from Eritrea. Even though it's not a lot of access, they did get it. And Egypt will take the rest of Eritrea. Alright. It's very hard to erase these borders here, so I'm going to use a 1. And now we're going to see these guys. The South Sudanese invade into former Ethiopian lands, taking the rest of the Ethiopian area. And we see them go along the Somaliland border. And they take out Somalia. And the Somalilandians will get their independence. Let's look at the peace treaty. Well, in the peace treaty, we actually just see uh, 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 uh. The formation of Somaliland. Now they have access to the Indian Ocean. Good for them. And Somaliland will be joining their alliance. In hopes of protection. And now we see South Sudan targeting these 2 guys over here. So we see South Sudan enter into Kenya through Somalia. We see these South Sudanese forces meet up with the border of Tanzania. And meet up with Lake Victoria. They settle this border dispute. And then they enter into Uganda, taking over this area. go ahead and look at this peace treaty. And in the peace treaty, we just see full annexation. South Sudan is doing pretty good for their empire. I am just gonna I don't feel like doing that. I'm just gonna color them in. And now we see South Sudan invading into these two nations over here. And they also get fully annexed. Did you know Rwanda is actually invading the DRC still? I'm pretty sure they still are. But yeah, I'm just gonna keep giving them. That's Tanzania, that area. We're not done that. Not doing that yet. And now we see South Sudanese forces entering into Tanzanian territory. Taking quite a bit of land over here. Taking the Zanzibar Islands. Meeting up with the border of Mozambique and Zambia. Was that Zimbabwe? I forget. Who was that one? No, that is Zambia. Alright. And yeah, they capture all of their territory, and we see them surrender over to the South Sudanese. Let's look at a peace treaty. In the peace treaty, we actually see them not taking too much of their land. But they still take all of this land over here. Including the Zanzibar Islands. And they set up a puppet government. Over here. In the rest of Tanzania. Which will look something like that. Let me just get rid of this area. Do-do-do. And now we see them and they have one last target in mind. And that is the DRC. Because they want some of their land area. So they will be invading into the DRC. And they take quite a bit of their area. They capture their capital. Yeah, I'm just quickly doing that. We could go ahead and look at this peace treaty. we actually see something unexpected happen. The DRC is getting some land taken from them by their neighbors. First off, all of this eastern area over here gets annexed by South Sudan. And then we see the Central African Republic joining their alliance, which is completely unexpected by them, but they aren't complaining. And they'll take quite a bit of this northern area over here. We see the Congo, the Republic of the Congo, CG, I think that's theirs. Joining on this alliance, taking their capital city and meeting up with this area over here. We also see Angola joining on. It's literally the same color. What? Yeah, we see Angola joining on the alliance as well. And the rest of it will go over to Zambia. Angola doesn't take that much land. They only connect up to their exclave. Uh, Alright, that's a pretty big alliance. Do, 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 do. Do, do, do. Let's start off with Egypt. Since they're the ones who helped South Sudan out in the war against, well, Sudan. It doesn't exist anymore, by the way. Tomorrow is Ethiopia and, Djibouti. Also, happy November, I guess. 23 days until my birthday, and I'll be in a sweet 16. Which means I can finally go live again. And now let's begin South Sudan. Over here. And Yiggly Dink. Oh, hey, Somaliland. Then let's do their Tanzanian puppet state. And then we'll do Somaliland. Then Zambia. And then Angola. Then the Congo. The Democratic version. I mean, the Republican version, I guess. I don't know if they're Democratic. And then finally, CAR, or the Central African Republic, that recently formed an empire. That's scary. So first, let's get the puppet state color. Let's put it right here. And now the alliance color. Oh, shit. The boppity boppity bow. What? There we go. That's better. Much better. I think it was this color before. So South Sudan, boom. Darfur, boom. Egypt, boom. Somaliland, boom. Zambia, boom. Angola, boom. Congo, boom. Central African Republic, boom. And yeah, that's gonna do it. There we go. Goodbye. Alright. Let me show you what it really looks like on the actual map. Okay, let me turn the camera around. If I could. Turn around, camera. There you go. See, that's the map. Say bye-bye, map. Oh, wait, gotta download the map. And then we clear it out. And then we go over to Ethiopia. And yeah, that's tomorrow's empire. Don't know what that is doing anymore. But yeah. Alright, ChatGPT. Cells. Dan. Okay. All. Okay, let's see. Oh. Can't, can't wait. There's Nigeria. Cameroon. Central African Republic. And now we're getting... Yeah, they absolutely... ChatGPT actually cooked. They put Susan... Bruh. Let's see what other people would create. So... Whoa! Look at that. That one is awesome. Alright, goodbye guys. Wait, hold on. Let me turn on my camera real quick. Good. Actually, I'm just gonna get rid of the camera. Now I'm gonna actually use this camera. Imperial flag. Let's see what other people would see. Okay, that one looks good. No, that's not an empire. No. No. That's not the empire. That's not what I want. No. Oh God, no. Yeah, I don't think there's any. Oh. Alright, we're done. Goodbye, everyone.